All right, what is going on, family? I'm very stoked to get into another song from VoB today. Today, we're going to be getting into another cover from them, and we're finally checking out the Killing in the Name of one. Again, it's not that I'm against the covers, guys, because VoB kills the covers. But I like their original stuff so much, that's why I couldn't stay away. So let's go ahead and check it out. This one's coming to us from our good friend Steve. Shout out to him and all the love that he gives us around the entire Foxtrot family. We really appreciate our good friend Steve. So shout out to him, and let's go ahead and get into this next one from VoB. Baseline just starts it off, you know what I mean? Now, this is the kind of energy that I'm liking to see and from the crowd. You know what I mean? We've talked about this a lot in VoB videos, is that we're not seeing proper crowd participation for as hard as they're rocking, but that's what I'm seeing now. That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
Now you do what the sun comes all the time. I talk to the point, or waiting to burn, take choose and one. Just to the point, just the time, but waiting to pay, and choose and one. Just to the point, just the time, but waiting to pay, and choose and one. Just the point, just the time, but waiting to pay, and choose and one. Those that go forces are the same that go forces. All of those that go forces are the same that go forces. Those that go forces.
Yeah, they have it tuned with that little VoB sound. You know what I mean? Where like their renditions have like their own little like swag touch on it, and I love it. They add just like the little differences for like their version, and I love it. I love the fact that like this song has like, you know, because if you already know the song, right? I'm sure this isn't the first time you've heard it. So like when you know this song, as soon as you just like hear that energy and like you just know what's coming, like, you know, just to see the three of them just up there with the lights just flickering on and off and just being like, oh my god, this is just about to go the fuck off with these small three little ladies that are up there just killing it. Again, VoB knocks it out of the park when it comes to picking which song to do the cover for. You know what I mean? Because, you know, there's a ton from our boys and friends at the Rage Against the Machine that they could have done. But again, I think what overall VoB stands for in the music that they make, this is like the perfect cover for them to do, right? Where so like a lot of their music is about either religious or like female persecution, right? So, or just persecution against religious people in general, but a lot about around those two subjects. So when you think about that and you think about the subject matter of this song, you know, it's kind of tying that religious persecution in a little bit with some of that a little bit. And just the idea of conforming and going with the flow, if you will, just doing what everybody else does because it's what everybody else says that we're supposed to do. in the name of something. You know what I mean? So again, I think that they kill it with the fact that, like, you know, this song is translating to them all so many miles away, you know, all the way in Sudan and then all the way to Indonesia, you know. So it's kind of wild when you really think about it, because I remember growing up listening to this song and like just thinking, I'm like, there's so many people that I knew had certain perspectives of the world, of certain things, that loved this song, but it was like completely talking shit about the kind of person that they were. You know what I mean? But they loved it, and they didn't even realize that song was about them. Does that make sense? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever meet people that vibe with something where you're like, isn't that kind of like what you stand on, though? You know what I mean? Like, isn't that kind of how you are? Like, kind of shit. So, yeah, I've always found it interesting where I feel like a lot of people, like, they listen to songs and they like the way things sound, but they don't really understand the message behind it, which to me, it sounds pretty in your face, right? You know, I don't think they were really like trying to hide what they were saying, but yeah, a lot of people were vibing with it that didn't realize what they were really vibing with, if that makes any sense. So I always find that interesting. But VoB knew exactly what they were latching onto. And to provide some clarity on what I was saying earlier, because I can already hear it in my brain, and people are like, what the fuck was he even talking about? That's not even what that song's about. I guess the point I'm trying to make is the people who lick the cops' boots are the same people that like this song. And it doesn't make any sense they would. It seems like there's a lot left in the video, but I'm gonna go ahead and just stop it there, even though people are probably gonna be like, Johnny, there was like a whole thing at the end. I'm probably gonna miss something. But there was a small part of me that thought that she wasn't gonna do like the whole "fuck you, won't do what you tell me" part. You know what I mean? That she was gonna switch it up a little bit. Like, I was a little concerned. There's a little part of me that was like, I really hope she doesn't. And she didn't. She went balls in like right away. You know what I mean? Where I was like, fuck yeah, girl, let's fucking go. Where yeah, right after that fucking dope ass little solo too, where she add the extra little flair. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have the proper ode to the cover, and then you add your extra little flares and elements to make it your own. And I feel like that's what VoB did. So they do the great way to have that, where they can incorporate just a little bit of themselves into those covers, where you can still appreciate everything about the original one. Where it sounds good, it sounds loud, it sounds aggressive, it sounds like everything is supposed to be. Like, you know, they had little mosh pits running around in there. So that's great to see at a VoB show. We're definitely going to get one going at whatever one I go to, whenever we get a chance to see them. So we're just getting ready for it. Like I said, they'll be in the U.S. at some point, and I'll go see them. So I can't wait to see it. I know that they're still out there doing their thing, and they'll make it out to America again. And I'm gonna drag, I think, OTAB with me wherever we go. I think OTAB and Steve, we're gonna have a big road trip, and we'll grab Maul. We'll grab Pixie. We'll grab a few people. We're all going to go see VoB together, I think. I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to get a big van. We're going to get a big van. We'll get a bunch of soap, and we'll go take, like, you know, make sure that Johnny takes a shower before and after the show, I think. That's all I got for this one, guys. Be kind to a stranger today. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you have enjoyed the Foxtrot family, there's always room.